Today, I want to talk to you guys about the internet computer and quite frankly, something absolutely shocking. We are, of course, referring to what Dominic Williams, the founder of Dfinity, actually tweeted about just the other day. Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely a video not to miss. We are going to be talking about how the internet computer can actually enable a freer, fairer, more self-sovereign world. And then what we are going to do is actually talk about the kind of AI links and why it's important that we have systems like ICP. And then we'll dive over and we'll be updating you guys on our price prediction and the price of the internet computer. We're not just going to be looking at ICP USD, but also ICP dominance and ICP Bitcoin. This is absolutely a video not to miss. Without further ado, guys, strap yourselves in and let's get into it all. And let's start things off with looking at the tweet that inspired me to make this video. And this is from Dominic Williams' Twitter himself. If this is true, it's insane. This is exactly why services like OpenChat are the future. A 100% on-chain, DAO-controlled open internet service on ICP. So what is the internet computer for those of you that are hearing about it perhaps for the first time? And I'm sure many of you are already well aware. Well, the internet computer is trying to facilitate the internet that is enabled by the internet computer protocol that is entirely decentralized. So not owned by any one party, instead owned by the ICP holders. This is a fascinating endeavor. I actually got out of one of my altcoin positions and pivoted it entirely into ICP. If you guys want to find out what I'm holding, do consider becoming a Patreon. But this is, and we'll look at what he was sort of referencing here. Something like OpenChat is basically a social media platform, if you will, where you can chat to one another using the internet protocol. And the thing with the internet protocol is anything can be built. Anything you can do on the internet, you can do on the internet protocol. The difference is it is in a decentralized manner and not owned by the cloud lords. And actually, we're going to be cross-references another tweet from Dominic Williams where they spoke about the world first demonstration of AI actually running on a blockchain. That blockchain is ICP. So very exciting project. We'll relate all this to the price at the end of the video. But he was, of course, tweeting this in response to, this is shocking. Facebook gave Netflix all your private messages on Messenger in exchange for all your watch history, while Netflix paid them $100 million for ads. Meta will sell your data at a heartbeat for profits. Let's dive over to the actual document. Facebook extended API agreements include a so-called inbox API agreement that allows Netflix programmatic access to Facebook's users' private messages inboxes, in exchange for which Netflix would provide to Facebook a written report every 2 weeks that shows daily counts of recommendations, sends, and receipt clicks by interface, initiation, surface, and or implemented variant. Facebook users, messaging app, and non-app friends. I think a lot of people don't care. And I think that's sad, you know. Is there no such thing as privacy? Well, if you choose to use these platforms, the answer is no. Whereas, with the internet computer, they are looking to enable not just social media, but the internet period in a decentralized fashion. This is huge. This is in fact potentially more important than what Bitcoin is trying to do with decentralizing money and true to the ethos of this space. This is why we love ICP, ladies and gentlemen. And actually, we did speak about this. We did an entire video on it where we looked at a world first demonstration. The demonstration was rudimentary AI, but that's not the important thing. It was basic image identification, AI software intelligence that was used to, from the bottom up, ran on the internet computer, used to identify an image. Seems rudimentary. It's actually really complex. But in regards to where AI is at, it's currently far more advanced than that. But the beautiful thing is this is a great start that can be built upon and upon and upon and upon. And you can facilitate a complex learning AI, artificial intelligence model on the ICP from a ground up approach. Lots of blockchains out there claim to be AI blockchains decentralized, and they all use centralized infrastructure that currently is the same infrastructure that runs the damn internet. The internet infrastructure things like data storage, things like cloud computing, things like network, and the infrastructure that surrounds that is basically owned by 3 companies. And those 3 companies basically have a monopoly on it, just like Facebook. I mean, Facebook, between Meta, Instagram, and WhatsApp, 4 billion people use that. I don't even think 4 billion people use the dollar. You know, and this is the kind of fight that blockchain is, of course, on. So in regards to AI, it's of the utmost importance. If you look at what happened with Gemini and the images that it spat out that were inaccurate, it kind of shows an agenda. Okay, and I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. And some people may say, oh, well, that agenda's in favor of me. But it could very quickly flip and not be. And the problem is when you have a handful of people that control that, and when you look at the significance of AI in the world that we're moving towards, they become more powerful than central bankers. And we need things like ICP. We need to start decentralizing the infrastructure of the internet and, of course, the ledgers that make it all work. And that's really a great summary of what the internet computer has done. So rant over, guys. Let's dive into the price. Just a very interesting video. The most sad thing about this, I think, is that people don't care. People don't care. They're happy to just use Facebook. They don't care that all their data is being sent. I mean, just ask yourself this question. Would you want somebody reading through all your personal messages? Anyway, without further ado, guys, let's dive into the price of ICP. Let's update you. So we made that price prediction a while ago. We first looked at $24, which we're very much on our way to. And then there is the potential for a $200 ICP price. We're giving you the technical roadmap. Beautiful double bottom here. Bullish divergence present. And then ultimately, you know, this double bottom gave us a target of $24. That's likely going to confluence with this key level of significance, which is going to form a right armpit. To go along with the left one, forming inverse head and shoulders, you can see it goes to $200. And since we made this price prediction, you've had the break of your stage 1 on volume into stage 2. Bit of a tricky continuation pattern in here. And then you've continued to move up. And I think a lot of this recent run was actually on the back end of the kind of AI hype. Remember, we're not just bullish on ICP from an ICP USD point of view. This is ICP dominance, and we think this is going to rock and roll. So the internet computer currently sits at 0.3% of the overall crypto space in terms of market cap in relation to the entire space. We think this is going to 1.2%, so this is getting an uptrend. And also, against Bitcoin, we think it's going to gain some ground. So our target of $24.40 still needs to be hit. We do believe it will make it. It's just a case of hurrying up and waiting. You know, unfortunately, as an investor, a lot of your time is spent waiting for things to play out or waiting for them not to play out and diverting from the course that you were on. And we are very much following the technical, like I say, roadmap that we set out for it. I very much expect that to continue. And the potential for ICP to reach $200. And what we just looked at the start is important and very relative to the price, because it's the narrative that sees it do what it is likely going to do. You know, Bitcoin has been a huge success. We did a daily market update earlier today where we spoke about Bitcoin being a kind of safe haven, a lighthouse. And actually, that is in relation to money and fiat systems, whereas ICP and some of these other distributed ledgers are going to act as that lighthouse for a very controlled, centralized world, kind of play much the same role, but for different things. And that is fundamentally why we're really bullish on the internet computer. And also when you couple that up with technically what we're looking at, and we have just shown it, we'll bring the chart back up because we've got rid of it. You know, you've got this really, real beautiful picture that is being painted, not just in regards to the US dollar, but also in regards to dominance and, of course, Bitcoin. And remember, probably one of the most important charts for me is actually the total 2, which is the altcoin market, where this is at and where it's likely going. Lots of people getting very worried and nervous on this recent pullback, whereas we're some of the only people that are coming out saying this is totally healthy, normal, actually expected, and is likely going to set us up for broader continuation as a space, as the whole. So no need, I don't think, to particularly panic. What I really want to know, now we've gone sort of through everything, is your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about all this? Are you on board, and do you see the need for decentralized systems like the internet computer? The unique thing about the internet computer is, again, with lots of other distributed ledgers, they run those ledgers on centralized systems like Amazon Web Services, or, you know, most NFTs exist on Amazon Web Services. 30% of Ethereum nodes exist on Amazon. Same with Cardano. Lots of these systems actually leverage centralized infrastructure to facilitate their decentralization. And that can be a security risk. It can be a it can be a number of, or provide a number of different risks. Because if that centralized system decides it doesn't want to do business with you, it's not going to let you do that. And there has been talks of this previously. I've been in this space long enough to remember. Then that becomes a real issue and puts the security of your blockchain at risk. Whereas the ICP is built from the ground up and actually has, through canisters and things like this, these kind of parallelized systems, a really secure, scalable model that is fit for purpose and fit to potentially become the internet computer, this world computer, if you will. That's really all I've got for you guys. If you enjoyed the content, like, appreciate it as a comment, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next.